or later?
I actually here don't show in the Dev database.
Then what you have to do? What does that mean? That means the database is not running in your laptop. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we have discussed in previous classes. A command ps-ef grep shows you the running databases in your server. So whenever you are not able to see him, there is no database running. You have to start it. How you will start it? Anyone who have gone through the previous classes? Can anyone tell how can we start the database? So first you have to export this one, Oracle Home. Then you have to export the path, then Oracle SID, then connect to the database. Then you just simply have to start up.
Yeah,
You
okay.
have to give the startup command, right?
Okay.
So these are the steps you need to follow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, give the SQL plus.
Is this correct?
Click on. Yeah,
But you're only connected to an ideal instance, not
that means
connected.
there is a no database is up and running, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you have to start the database. I told you how to start the database. Startup mount, alter database open. So these are all things we have gone through the startup concepts, right? So that means you just connected to the ideal instance. The instance hasn't been started now. You know what you mean by instance. So there is a no current instance is running. The simple thing is you have to start it. That's all. Just start it. Startup. You issue the command startup.
Okay.
No, no space. It's a single word. So you don't have any parameter file or okay. Just give exit. Go to the CD home.
CD Oracle.
CD Oracle underscore home. I mean CD dollar Oracle underscore home. You need to go to that particular
CD dollar.
CD. No. It's not like that. CD
Okay.
space dollar Oracle underscore home. Capital Oracle underscore home. So that it will take you to the location where you have given through the Oracle home variable. So you have exported here, right? Export
Yes.
Oracle home equals to you have given some path or some location.
Yeah.
So when you give the CD Oracle home, it will take you to the particular location.
Yes.
Then
LS
here
alerting.
CD DBS,
Sir.
CD
CD.
space DBS,
Small letter, sir.
small.
Okay.
DBS, yes.
Okay.
Enter. So now you give the PWD. So it will shows you the current working directory. I mean, on which location you are in. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now you give the LSF and LRT. So here you don't have the init parameter file. You have the only SP file for the dev, right?
Yes, sir.
So previously, what was the error? Couldn't open the P file. Init dev.ora. Okay. The thing, what you have to do is export Oracle SID equals to capital
Oracle.
underscore SID equals to small dev you give. Because capital dev, we don't have any file name with init capital dev.ora. That's what the above error is.
Okay,
If
okay.
you see it, couldn't open the parameter file and the file location with along with file name, it is saying that we don't have any file like that. Init capital dev.ora. We have the small letters, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, then enter. Now SQL plus / DBA. Space / as DBA. Then you give the startup command. The startup command, I just I think it started.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what happening with my laptop keyboard. It stopped working.
Maybe you have a keyboard circuit issues.
Keyboard circuit issues.
Yeah, not working. Man.
On screen. Okay. So you have the database installed. I think you can share and
Take access some.
yeah, but if you give the access also, I won't able to type. I'll guide you to
Okay.
text and page so that I'll fix this issue by tomorrow.
You have to use an external keyboard.
I just got it.
That is also not working.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think external keyboard is now working now.
Okay.
I can share it mine now. Okay, fine, perfect. So till what we have covered, you can stop sharing.
Yeah.
Money.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll share the screen. SQL plus / DBA. So till now what we have covered, anyone can quickly explain the things what we have gone through. So what was the last topic? Anyone?
Table space management.
Okay, table space management, what and all. So here I'll use startup. So table space management, what and all things we have covered. Anyone? And Shiva, you have the issue with your software installations, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can stay after this call so that we can work on this. And anyone whoever having the issues, please stay after this class. Let's continue to troubleshoot on those.
Okay.
Okay. And today I'll teach the under table space management. And then we'll go for the temporary table space. Okay. Okay, perfect. So here we have the table space management, which we have gone through. So may I know the quickly, what are the types of table spaces we have in the database? We have system table space. We have sysocs table space. I mean, permanent table space, which we create in the database manually, and then undo table space and temporary table space, right? So we'll be having the, by default, we will be having the 5 table spaces in our Oracle database: system, sysocs, user, undo, and temporary. System and sysocs are the used for the only to hold the sys objects. So we cannot allocate it to the any user. We should not allocate it to the any user to use these 2 particular table spaces. So we have the user table space where we can allocate, we will allocate to the user so that the user's data will be stored in users table space. Similarly, whatever the table space we create, it will be in the user table spaces only. And then we have a undo table space and temporary table space. What is undo table space? It's used for the rollback the data. It's used to store the undo data. Okay, whenever you are doing the DML operations or any modifications, those modifying data will be stored in undo table space until their retention period. What do you mean by retention? I mean, it's a time up to which time, up to what time it can be hold the data. That's the thing. And temporary table space, it will be used in, for sorting operations or any arrangements in the query, something like that. For the temporary sessions, basically, if you want to tell. So each database will have the one default temporary table space. Similarly, each database will have the only one undo table space. So how to create the table space? This is a class for it. Create table space name, and data file. We have to give the data file. So what are the two types of data file we have? One is default and another one is big file, right? So what is the difference between default table space and big file table space? Can anyone tell? The default data file can go, the default table space is having the data file where the data file can grow up to 32 GB, right? Up to 32 GB. And we can have the n number of the data file in the normal data file table space. But in case of big file table space, we will be having the only one data file and which can grow up to 128 terabytes, 128 TB. So that's a major difference between normal table space and big file table space. So how to create the big file table space? We have to externally add the keyword called big file. Then again, everything is same as our normal table space. Create big file table space name and data file and location of the particular data file and the size. And what do you mean by auto extend on? Once this data file filled with 100 GB, it will automatically extend. How much size it will extend? 1 GB. Automatically it will extend 1 GB, 1 GB, 1 GB. So once this is filled with 100 GB, then the data file size automatically increase by 1 GB. So it will become 101 GB. Then if 101 GB filled, again it will increase by 1 GB so that it will become 102 GB. Up to at what size it can increase? Since it's a big file, it can increase up to 128 terabytes. But where in case of the normal table space, we have a data file here, size of 5 GB, auto extended on, and next size is 500 MB. So that means we have created the data file with the size of 5 GB. Once if it is filled, it will automatically extended by 500 MB. So once 5 GB is filled, then it will add the 500 MB of the data. Like that. It's a default one. It's as of customer policies, you can create and you can maintain the data files. Suppose saying that customer, we will be having the data files of 10 GB and it should be auto extended by 2 GB means you have to change these parameters. That's all. While you adding the data file, you give the 10 GB here and auto extended with 2 GB. It's a differ from each client to client, however their requirements is. Okay. So this is for creating the table spaces. Then how to, once this is filled, it can grow up to 32 GB only, right? We cannot, since it's a normal table space, it cannot grow up to beyond 32 GB. At that case, what you will get error in the database, the table space is 100% full. Then what you have to do? You have to increase the table space size. How you increase the table space size? By adding the new data file. by adding the new data file to particular table space. How to add the data file to table space? Alter table space name, add data file, and again the name of the data file and size of the data file. And to resize it, we have to use the resize keyword. So anyone gone through these things practically? Did you get any doubt here? Anyone guys, money? Whoever installed the softwares? No? Okay. So please go through it. Then we will be having the lot of doubts there. Okay. Then we'll talk about the undo table space management. So here, let's go some theoretical part very quickly. So each database by default, it should have one undo table space. It should have only one undo table space. What is the use of undo table space? Undo table space can be used for the rollback. So what do you mean by rollback in database in general terms? Anyone? Whoever having the previous knowledge on database or SQL. So basically rollback is suppose I have a table with 100 rows. Then now I'm trying to update the 50 rows. Okay, 50 rows. So the rows is updating. Those changing rows will be changed in undo table space. Those particular rows are changing, right? Whatever I'm updating, those original data will be stored in undo table space. Until when it will store? Until the undo retention period. So how can it be useful? Since suppose while updating, if the database is crashed, or while updating the database got down. In such cases, while you are restarting the database, the original data will be stored from the undo table space. This is the use of undo table space. Okay. So undo table space concept has been introduced from 9.8. Previously, they were using the rollback segments to store the undo, but 9.8 onwards, we have the undo table space concept. So here, these are the things. How can you see the undo table space, and how can you change the things? We'll go practically now. So the database is started here. Now, I have to see whether my database is up with P file or SP file. Anyone? It's a command of just show parameter. Sorry. Show P file. Show parameter P file. So it's showing it's saying that the value of it is empty. It means the database is up with parameter file, P file. So what is a P file? P file will be in readable format, init space readable format. CD DBS. If I give ls-ltr here, so here can anyone say what are the init, what are the P files and what are the SP files? Init dev.ora, init test.ora are the P files. SP file test.ora and this is the backup for the dev. So these are the SP files, whatever having the name prefix with SP file, these are the SP files. Whatever having the name prefix of name init, these are the P files. My database is currently opened with P file since there is a no value showing here. Now what I will do, I will bring up my database with SP file. So I'll create SP file from P file. Since I don't have any SP file here, I'm creating one SP file. Now see, one SP file has been created in this location. You guys observing, right? What is the difference between P file and SP file? P file would be human readable format, and SP file would be cannot read it to the VA editor and something. And the second main difference is, if the database is up and running with the SP file, there we can change few parameters dynamically. Whereas we cannot change any parameters dynamically if it is using the P file. So that's why DBAs always suggest to bring up the database with SP file. Now it's a P file we have. Now let's see, let's try to change something and see the difference. Okay. Undo retention. Show parameter undo. Show parameter undo. So it will show the all parameters which are having the undo keyword. So undo management auto we have said, undo retention 900 seconds, 900 minutes, undo table spaces, undo TBS1. So now tell me, what is the undo retention here? The undo data can hold up to 900 minutes. Suppose if you are updating the data, those updating data will be stored in undo table space, and the data will be stored until the 900 minutes. Once this 900 minutes gone, those data will be flushed up. That's all. So how can we change undo retention? Suppose I want undo retention with 800 seconds or 800 minutes. So there is a simple command called alter system set undo retention equals to. So this is one parameter, we are trying to change it dynamically. Okay, we are trying to change it dynamically. But whereas my database is in P file, so that I cannot change it dynamically. Now you see, I am setting it up for 800. Scope equals to both I will give. So I got some error. Can anyone see this? Write to SP file requested, but no SP file in the use. Okay, so that means if we give the scope equals to both, it will write in the SP file and current session. But since we don't have SP file in use, it will throw the error. So we'll give till here and see. System is altered, but it will be still showing the 800. So few of the parameters we can change it, but it won't affect while the database is up until the database restart. This value doesn't affect the database until it gets the restart. That's the biggest disadvantage with the P file. So what I do is I'll set the database. Set immediate is a command to bring down the database. So let it come down. Then we'll see how to create the undo table space, how to make it the default undo table space. Okay. Then how to add the undo data file. Then how to drop it, how to switch the undo table space. We'll go through this to now. So meanwhile, let me paste this one. So these are the few commands, guys, to see the undo table space to details. So this is a one command, or you can use this command, or you can use this command. Oh, I think it was using SP file only. Let me see this. Okay, instance got shut down. I'll quickly start up this. So how this startup works? First, it will look for the SP file. If SP file is not present, then it will try to bring up the database with P file. If both are not present, it will throw the error. So basically, it will first check with the SP file. If the SP file is available, it will bring up the database by using SP file itself. So once this is done, then we have the temporary table space. It's a very quick topic. It's based on just 2 to 3 queries. So then tomorrow we'll go with user management. So one more thing, guys, I just want to discuss. The people who are in the Bangalore, they can come to the institute on every Fridays. So I'll be coming to the institute on Fridays for the more interaction purpose. So I can clear your doubts there. I can take up the questions and I can answer this. So who and all from Bangalore here? So Mani is not from Bangalore. Balaji, you are not from Bangalore? Balaji.
Yes, I am from the Bangalore.
So can you come to the Bangalore on Fridays around
Sure.
around 11 a.m. something like that?
Yeah, sure. I will be there.
Okay. Then Mamata is not from Bangalore, I guess, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she cannot come to the institute. Then Shiva, so you will be coming to the Bangalore from next week, I guess.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, so we can meet up on Fridays. So if you have a Friday work, so I allocate some time on Saturdays as well. so that whatever the doubts, whatever the questions you will be having, or whatever the issues while you are facing, maybe while the practicing or while bringing up the database, so we can discuss all these practical doubts there. Okay. So my database is open. Now let's see what is my current undo table space. So parameter undo. My current undo table space is undo 1. Okay. My current table space is undo 1. And it is showing the 900 because we have brought up the database this time with SP file, not with the P file. So the value didn't change. So let's go with these commands. Just copy this, go here and paste it. So I have currently 2 undo table space in my database, but I can use only one undo table space for the database. I have created the 2 undo table space, but I can use only one. I can allocate only one undo table space to the database. So currently I've allocated the undo TBS1. So how to create the new undo table space, we'll see now. So this is the command. This is the command to it. This is a query actually. So here and I'll go with this. So where is my data file locations are there? Select name from $P data file, so that I'll get all data file locations. So I'll take up to this location. This is a single quotes. I'll go here, I'll paste it. So I'll give the undo 2. Okay, undo 2. Undo 2 is my new undo table space name, and the data file location I have given here. Undo 2 underscore df1 data file 1. Size is 500 MB. Auto extend on next is 5 MB. This is enough as per my DB configurations. I'll copy this and I'll paste here. Are you seeing the difference between creating normal table space and undo table space and creating a big file table space? We are exclusively passing the undo keyword here. Create undo table space. We are passing the undo keyword here. Then the table space, whatever it would be, and the data file location and the size auto extend on 500 MB. Now, if I give this, I think I should have. So in my database, I'm having three undo table space. I can use anything to my database. So now how to allocate your newly created to the default undo table space in your database. So if I'm giving show parameter undo, my default undo table space, it's showing as undo TBS1, right? So database is currently using the undo TBS1 table space as the undo table space. Now I will try to assign this table space to my default undo table space. How can we assign it? Since it's already up with the P file, we can simply give this is the command. This is the command alter system set undo table space equals to new undo table space name. So undo 2. You copy it, alter system set, go here, paste it, system is altered. Now if you give this command, the table space, the default undo table space has changed from undo TBS to undo 2. Are you able to get the difference? How to change it? I need either yes or no so that I can understand whether you are up to this or not. So you got it right. How to create the undo table space, how to see the current undo table space, current default undo table space, and how to assign the new undo table space to the default one. You got these differences, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One sec. So that I'll assume you got it. So it's again, I just added to start the database and how to calculate the undo size. How to calculate the undo size. Basically, the undo size will be on the transactions per hour. Suppose if you have a huge transactions, basically it will be based on the number of transactions. So you can decide the undo size whatever they want. And again, you cannot give the big undo size because the big undo size space will always impact your database performance. The database performance. Okay. So based on client requirement, and based on transactions per second or transactions per minute, you have to decide the how much size we can give. It's a one-time activity. It won't be regularly changing. Almost 99% of cases, we don't change undo table space in real time. It's just for your knowledge, I'm telling. So you get some knowledge on the undo table space, how to create it, how to assign it, how to increase it. Okay. Now, this is the thing. How can you resize it? This is the thing. How can you resize it? This is the query. How can you add the one more data file to it? So I'll try to resize it now. Alter database data file. I'll try to resize this data file. I'll resize it to 700 MB. Before it was 500 MB. Now I'll resize to 700 MB. Control C. Database alter. So my current undo table space is 700 MB currently. So this is how you will increase the undo table space. So once the undo table space reach this size, you will get the errors in your database saying that undo table space is full, so that no transactions will be allowed to the database. So at that time, since it's a P1 issue, priority 1 issue, you have to take care of this immediately. How you will take care of it? Either by resize it, or either you increase the undo table space size, or either you can increase the adding the data file to existing undo table space. There are these ways to overcome the issue which related to the undo table space. So how can you drop the undo table space? So this is the command. You cannot directly drop the default one, but you can drop others. So my default one is undo undo 2 now. I can drop undo 1, undo TBS1, but I cannot drop undo 2 because these two is already this undo 2 is already being assigned as a default one. Now, if I want to change back my undo table space to undo TBS1, this is a simple command again. Now, if you give this, let's change it to undo TBS1. You are seeing this? So here I will use scope equals to both. Okay. So I altered for both current session and the in SP file. So this is how you can drop and you can change it. You can switch the undo table space. So suppose if you want any information, you can simply give this command. So it's nothing to deal with your interviews or anything. It's just for your knowledge purpose. I'm telling all this. So they won't ask for any queries. How can you see? How can you do this and all? But you have a conceptual knowledge saying that what if you do my current undo table space increased? Suppose let's assume this is an interview question. What you have to tell? I'll either increase the undo table space size or I either add the undo data file to my current undo table space, or I can create a new undo table space and I'll assign it to the default one. These are the answers you should tell. That's all. They won't ask for the tell me the queries for it, nothing. You should have the conceptual knowledge. So clear on this? Okay. So similarly, we'll go to the temporary table space management. So whereas where the temporary table space means it used for the sorting purpose or some arrangements in the queries. Okay. How can you see the temp files details or temporary table space details? This is the query. You are taking the details from DB underscore temp underscore files table. Excuse me. So we'll go here. So you have a two temporary table spaces in your database. One is temp and another one is temp underscore new. And these are the files which are associated with table space, temporary table space. And this is the query where the details are getting from DB underscore temp files. Now, how to create a temporary table space? This is the again command. This is the command. So create temporary table space, temp new underscore, my temp new is already there, so that I'll give temp new to temp file. I'll give up to here, and I'll give temp underscore new to underscore 01 is the name I will give. The size is 500 MB auto extended on, max size unlimited I'll give. So I'll create this one now. Table space is created now, but I think it won't be showing here. Yeah, it is showing here. So currently now I have the 3 temporary table space in the database, but I can use the only one temp table space as the default one. So how can I make the default? How can I make the default? So go here to check the current temporary table space. This is the query. So you cannot simply give the show parameter. You have to write a query to see the current temporary table space. Select property value from database property, where property name equals to default temporary table space. The current temporary table space is temp underscore new. Now, if I want to change the current default temporary table space to temp new 2, but how can I change it? How can I change it? This is the query. The query. So we'll go here. Alter table space, default temporary table space equals to copy it, go here. Database is altered. Now, if you give this, default temporary table space has been changed from temp new to temp new 2. So basically, the database can have the only one default undo table space and only one default temporary table. It can use the only one table space for undo and temp. This is the concept you have to remember. Any doubts, any questions still here?
What is the main intention for
Sorry?
what is the main intention for temporary?
Main intention.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so the main thing, as I told, suppose when the developers write the query, right? So select star from EMP, order by clause or where clause, something they will include the clauses, right? So at that time, it needs some space. It needs some space to arrange the things. It needs some space to arrange the things either by ascending order or descending order or to check the where conditions. It's a temporary for a temporary purpose, right? It will store, it will the database will use these temporary table space in those scenarios. That's the use of temporary table space. Suppose any bind variables, if they are passing in the queries, anything, it should hold the information until they get results, right? So the temporary results will be stored in temporary table space.
Okay.
So any questions so far? So then these are the few advanced queries I've given to drop it. So this query I'll going to explain in next session. So, but if you want to see the more information, you use these commands to see what and all sessions are using the current current temporary table space. So since there is no operations going on my database, it is saying that no row selected. I mean, no sessions are currently using the temporary table space because no users connected to my database, right? Apart from me, and I'm not using any queries. In real time, lot of users will be connecting to the database. They will be running the multiple queries against the database. At the time, it will show the sessions, which and all sessions those are using the temporary table space. This is a query to check the details about temporary table space. And you can drop it like this, but you can drop, and again you can drop the only whole temporary table space. I mean, which means not the default temporary table space. So these are the concepts about undo and temporary table space, and we have discussed about the permanent table space also, how to create it, how to add it, how to resize it, how to rename it, and how to delete it, everything. So any questions or any doubts so far? So that the entire thing will be depending on the conceptual understanding, right? Conceptual understanding. So what is the permanent table space? What is the undo table space? What is the temporary table space? So how many table space can be used by the database? How many temporary table space can be used by the database? So you will get the interview questions always like this, based on conceptual knowledge. Queries, anyways, you will get on the Google, since it's an open platform. If you directly go to the Google and how to see the information about undo table space in Oracle, if you hit the enter, if you search it, you will get the lot of result. You can pick anything from there. Similarly to any issues in the database. But all the interviewers expect you to have the conceptual knowledge. So you need to be very clear on the conceptual knowledge. Any questions or doubts so far? If you guys don't have anything, the people can stay. Whoever having the issues remaining, you can disconnect. Are you guys clear with these topics?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So fine, that is fine. So Shiva, you can share your screen so that we'll work on your issues, what and all you are facing.
Okay.
So Balaji, have you installed the softwares in your laptop?
No, today I will install that.
Okay.
So I can see the things, any.
Okay.
Sir, many sharing screen. You cannot.
Yeah, I just turned off mine. You can share. So what is the issue you are facing?
Issue that it shows runtime errors.
Yeah, show me.
And sir, it should be in automatic or manual.
IPv4. Currently, you can give the automatic. The runtime error where in putty you are getting it.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, apply.
Sir, now it opens. It shows yesterday runtime error.
Okay.
But it doesn't it is working.
I think I'm not seeing. I'm unable to see your putty. You please share your whole screen.
Sir, are you visible?
No, I'm not. I'm unable to see the putty.
Now?
No, you please stop sharing. Then while again start sharing, you share the whole screen.
Okay. Are you visible now?
Yeah, I can able to see the VM screen.
Okay. And then I am opening putty.
You should share whole screen. Okay, while it's asking, you should share the whole screen.
Holes. So where is the holes? Here sound automatically. Wait a second, 1 second.
So the only disadvantage when you select the automatic here, right?
Yes, sir.
The IP address will be keep on changing. So whenever you connect to the new internet or when you restart your machine, the IP address will always keeps on changing. So you need to
Change.
always connect with that particular IP address.
Okay. Every time I enter a new IP address, right?
So yeah,
I
you
want-
always use this new IP address in putty to connect the session.
But you done it in Mani's laptop with only one. You set it in automatic, manual, right?
So yeah, if you give the manual, select the manual. So here the thing is, in some cases automatic will work, some cases manual doesn't work. Why? Because of due to the might be firewall or antivirus, something like that. Even in Krishna's laptop, the manual is not working. These are
Okay.
the Linux admin task or network engineer task, whoever do this. Okay.
Sir, but, actually in job role will not do all doing like will not do all this, sir. Or you have to
No,
do this.
in our DBA jobs, we don't do all these things. It's a entire thing. These things are related to network, and the OS installation is related to OS admins. We don't do all these things. And also storage also we no need to worry about the things. But only thing is we have to concentrate on the DB part. So how to start it, how to stop it, how to troubleshoot the things, how to add the data files, how to create the table spaces, like this.
Sir, can you see I open Dust Putty now?
Yeah. Now I'm able to see it.
Sir, before yesterday, it shows runtime error, but now it open.
Maybe due to the wrong IP address.
Okay. And one more thing, sir.
Mm.
One sec. I'll show you on the one more thing.
So Balaji, what do you do? I think did I ask you previously or
No.
your voice is echoing, man? Your voice is echoing loudly. So I just want to know your background. I mean, professional background, technical background, so that I can understand where you stand.
Yeah, yes. Myself, Balaji.
Okay.
I just done my post graduation.
Okay. What is the course?
MBA.
MBA. Okay.
MBA on marketing.
Okay.
And I just work for a freelancer for in the home loans. I just work for a freelancer.
Okay.
Then later on, I just step into the software in a SAP SD.
Okay. You have the experience as a IT guy, right?
Yeah. I have the experience on the IT. So
How many years?
Around 2 years.
Around 2 years. So when your PG was completed?
Which one?
Masters.
Masters on 14.
Or 14. Okay. Fine. Shiva, you was telling about something?
Yes, sir. Sir, when I opened Oracle Virtual Box,
Okay.
everyone has 4 options on the screen, right? And home, trash, and one more 2 things.
Okay. Forget about the other options.
Okay. You know need of this?
Give me a control. The only thing you need is a shared folder to be present here.
Okay.
Okay. If you don't have the shared folder,
It is only 2 folder.
F-KH. Yeah, you don't have the shared folder. And yeah, temporary file used. Okay, that is still good. But home, I have the 98 GB available. Okay, then you have to add the shared folder. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Now you are in the root. Then what you have to do is you didn't add any shared folder here.
Yes, sir.
Just addition. Yeah, I told you to how to add the guest addition. Insert guest addition 3D image. So click on the run. Wait. So you give the Oracle 1, 2, 3.
Can I type it?
Let me type it. Okay.
Okay.
Oracle 1, 2, 3 is the password you given, right?
Yes, sir.
Authenticate. So it will take some time. Once this is done, your shared folder should you should able to see in a df-h. So it will be listed in your mount point list. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys are understanding the terms and the concepts.
But it will little bit difficult, but okay, sir.
Yeah, it will be everything will be difficult until you understand.
What about I am saying about the terminology you are saying about
Sorry.
I mean difficult means in terminology, sir. Not
Not
in subject.
Okay. So how is my communication? Are you able to understand my language? Or should I go with Telugu, or I can explain in
sir.
Telugu also if you want.
No, you go ahead. It's fine.
If you guys are not understanding what I'm saying, so I can teach you in the way so that you can understand. And Balaji, I mean, what is your language? Which language you speak?
Yeah, I can speak Telugu, Kannada, both.
Where are you from actually?
From Tirupati.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sir, are you free today?
I cannot say I cannot commit whether I can, because sometimes all of a sudden I'll be getting work. Okay. Sometimes
Because
sorry.
I downloaded all the softwares, sir, Xming and Oracle database.
Okay. You
All
try
other-
to install on your own. Okay. Try to install on your own. If nothing works, we'll sit on one session. Okay. That's Friday is completely dedicated for that, so that it won't be disturbing either others or anyone. So even Krishna had the issues we solved on last Friday. I mean, last to last Friday. So in the same way, I have to give the each and one-on-one sessions for the installation. The time.
It shows on the screen, sir. Share it for.
I think you press anything. Okay. I think you can press. You can press anything. Yeah, it's written now. If you give the df-kh, now you should be able to see the shared folder. That's 173. Okay, fine. Now you got the shared folder here, right? Last one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can place the
Yes, sir.
softwares here, and you have to create one user called Oracle. You have to create one group called Oracle. Then you have to install the prerequisites. Yum install prerequisites I've shown. If you have that video, you go through it and try on yourself first. If you have any issues or any questions, we'll sit one-on-one and we'll solve it. Okay.
Okay, I think I have 1 or 2 videos left to install the softwares. I will
Yeah.
do it. Have any doubts? I will call you back.
Sure.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So, any questions so far, Balaji? And
No, nothing from me.
okay, we can wind it up then.
Sure.
Okay, so make sure if you are in Bangalore, I'll be coming to the institute on Friday. So
Sure. Friday at what time?
around 11, if you are free. Are you working professional now or?
No. I'm not working.
Okay, then I think you can able to come at 11, right?
Yeah. I will be there.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Let's interact on Friday.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Then we'll wind up.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Good day. Bye.
Bye.